is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine... Our next round is called This Is My, where we bring on a mystery guest who has a close connection to one of our panellists. Now, this week, each...
Her collar is a kitty! That's cute.
Of Lee's team will claim it's them that has the genuine connection to the guest. And it's up to David's team to spot who's telling the truth. So please welcome this week's special guest, Aubrey.
You know what's funny? You know how Rob pronounced that? It sounded like he was making an effort to pronounce that name. I always have known Aubrey to be a female name. But, funny story, my dad is Argentinian, and he knows English, obviously, but, you know, certain words were always hard for him and stuff. And one word that was extremely difficult for him, my mom also, but apparently it's hard for Argentinians in general, is hors d'oeuvres. At least the way Americans say it, hors d'oeuvres. And fun fact, he wanted to call me, my mom saved me from this, he wanted to call me Aubrey when I was born. But, this is from a man that cannot pronounce hors d'oeuvres, and since it has similar kind of sounding letters, he could not pronounce Aubrey. So my dad wanted to call me something he could not properly pronounce. So my mom stepped in and said, "That's stupid. No, thank you." So thanks, Mom. Yeah, there you go.
So, Steve, what is Aubrey to you?
This is Aubrey. When he goes on holiday, I look after his pet snail.
Sarah, how do you know Aubrey?
This is Aubrey. He once followed me home for 10 miles just to return my jar of mango chutney.
Right. And finally, Lee.
This is Aubrey. We were once threatened with eviction after we stole and fried our housemate's socks.
David, where do you want to start?
I already believe Lee back for some reason.
Steve, this snail, describe it.
It's got a shell and an undercarriage.
Undercarriage. OK.
Welcome to Steve Davis Natural History. It's back to you in the studio.
It's a common garden snail, nothing special, and Aubrey asked me to look after it.
Where does he keep it?
Basically in an aquarium, the same as you would keep any type of snake or lizard.
So he keeps a common, normal, regular snail?
Totally regular snail.
The sort of thing one might find, you know, dozens of just in the garden. He keeps one of in a tank.
Maybe it's Turbo.
Does the snail have a name?
Turbo.
This one's called Judd.
And what do you feed him?
Lettuce or occasionally dandelion leaves.
Right.
Not
As a
salt.
treat.
Or you should give him Frenchman as a revenge.
Let's go back a minute. You specifically said this one is called Judd, which to me suggests there are others.
Yes, he's had others. The last one was Ronnie.
Ronnie before Judd.
Before Judd, and Alex.
Alex?
I know.
Now, are you picking up this theme, Kurt?
Yes. Got this.
With your snooker knowledge, I mean...
Steve, does Aubrey have other pets?
He used to keep snakes.
What does Aubrey do for a living?
He used to work in the snooker club I played in.
Yeah.
And we got to be friends over a period of time. I was, to some degree, interested in snakes no longer. And that's how we sort of got a bit of an interest.
So does he live near you?
In the Romford area.
And when he goes away, do you go to his house to feed the snail?
No, the snail comes to me.
That must take ages. So what does the task of looking after a snail involve?
Fresh food and
Yes, of
also
course.
keeping the soil moisture.
And do you monitor the... Would you worry if he appeared a bit sluggish?
At last, the art form has reached its peak.
Who would you like to quiz next?
Sarah,
I wanted the
tell us
answer.
the story about the chutney following.
I was in a supermarket
Chutney.
and I did all my shopping, and then when I packed it up, I didn't realise that I'd left some chutney.
You'd packed up all the shopping apart from a jar of chutney.
Yeah.
Mango, did you say?
Mango.
Delish. Continue.
So nice.
I like how every time Claudia asks a question, it's just for like her own personal curiosity. It has nothing to do with the game. Chutney. Food, yes. I figured as much. Spread. Indian spreads, mainly. The first Google question is, what the heck is chutney? That is a good question. Chutney is a condiment or spread made from chopped fruit cooked with vinegar, spices, and sometimes sugar. Just like a jam without that much sugar. I'm just... Okay.
And so then I went back to my car, I got in my car, I drove away. I didn't know I'd forgotten anything. And when I turned off the dual carriageway, a car was flashing me, and I thought I'd done something wrong. And it was this man called Aubrey, and he came out of his car and had my chutney.
Is this quite a special supermarket that you had to go all the way 10 miles to get this chutney?
Oh, it's called Lidl, and it is worth the drive, my friend.
It's worth that 10 miles.
I wasn't at my house, so I wasn't in London where I live now. I was at a writer's retreat in
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
a place called Sheldon in the Cotswolds.
So you're sitting at the wheel, he comes alongside,
Yep.
and you see him holding the chutney.
Yep.
What do?
Well, I put the window down.
OK.
And he says, you left this at the supermarket.
Creepy.
I've been following you.
And then how did you know his name was Aubrey? Did he then go, Anne, lovely to meet you?
No, he tweeted me. He tweeted me that night.
Saying what?
How's your dinner with your chutney?
Did you reply?
No.
This is the first time you've seen your stalker since...
It's a year and a half ago. He's never got in contact again. He's not a stalker.
Oh, dude, if this is true, it might be, because I saw the pain in the guy's eyes.
No.
So
this is the first time you've seen your stalker since...
Look at his face, like, behind the eyes, I can see him going, excuse me? Oh, boy.
It's a year and a half ago. He's never got in contact again. He's not a stalker.
She left some chutney, and he brought it back to her. If
For
that
10
makes you a
miles.
stalker,
For
then I
10
think we're all a
miles.
little bit of a stalker,
This is just
aren't
a
we?
jar of normal mango chutney.
It's delicious, but, yeah, normal.
Did you definitely leave the chutney there, or did he just pick anything off a shelf and then follow you, and he's here now?
Oh, yes, when you in the shopping, you found the jar of chutney.
Did you find more chutney?
I didn't, but now I'm scared, even though I know I didn't.
All the audience members are going, yes, he stopped me for chutney once.
Now then, what
Poor guy,
about
dude. What the
Lee?
hell?
Lee, remind us of your story.
This is Aubrey. We were once threatened with eviction after we stole and fried our housemate's socks.
What was the name of the housemate?
Her name was Kathy.
And who caught you frying these socks?
The catching didn't happen till the next day, because it was on New Year's Eve.
Right.
And we were about to go out celebrating, and we may have been, in my more carefree days, a little bit worse for wear. And so we decided it would be fun to fry these socks.
So how did you fry them?
Well, as anyone knows, you want to go for your basic, get a bit of butter in, get it all hot, nice and heated, lay the sock like a thin piece of steak, one side, all you're doing is searing the edges, you don't want to cook them in.
How did you know Aubrey?
But, well, me and Aubrey had been travelling together in Australia, and we were in Australia at the time. Did I tell you that?
No.
Oh, well, I just have.
Those socks were left in the frying pan, weren't they?
Overnight.
So who found them the next day?
The mother of the flatmate.
No way.
Yes, way.
Describe the crisis of the next day. The mother's there, She's come into the house, she's
Yeah, so
seen
we've
the charred socks in the frying pan.
Yes.
What happens next?
So we've come back late on New Year's Eve. Now New Year's Day, it's like 4 in the morning. So I was still asleep. And it was Aubrey that got the grief off the mother.
Right.
What was she so cross about?
What was she so cross about? We'd fried her daughter's underwear. What do you think?
That's what
not
socks.
underwear.
Socks is not underwear.
They are where I wear them.
Wait, what?
So the mother...
I was processing that one way, and then I think it's a different way. I thought it was, you know, underwear. It's the thing you wear that is most under of your body because it's on the bottom of your body. It's your feet. It's the closest to the ground. It's the southest thing, the most under thing. But I don't think that's what he said. I don't think that's what he meant. So, okay.
Gets cross with Aubrey
Yeah.
and says what?
She went, "Good day, Katie. How are you?" She's come in. And then she comes and she goes, "Ah, screw! Who's done that in me daughter? Who's done that with me daughter's socks? I'm going to go crazy." "Oi, you, Aubrey, get yourself down here." So Aubrey comes down. Wanders down in the kitchen. She went, "Screw, mate. Who would fry a girl's socks?" And then he said, "Look, we were a bit..." And she went, "Don't you..." And she went crazy at him. She absolutely went crazy. She said, "I'm going to report you to the owner of the house," she said, "and I'm going to have you evicted."
Were you evicted? Did you have to leave
We
it?
weren't evicted. We were threatened with eviction.
Yeah.
I think the landlord did then have a word. Aubrey was very much seen as the leader of the two of us. He's the kind of person... I mean, look at the different statures of the two of us. He can hold himself. Boy, can he hold himself. And... You're told not to smile!
We need an answer. So, David's team.
my
Is
God.
Aubrey Steve's snail mate, Sarah's condiment saviour, or Lee's sock-sizzling sidekick?
This is a problem.
It is.
What's the problem?
Well, the problem is no one would keep a single snail as a pet. No one would follow someone 10 miles just to return some chutney. And Lee would fry some socks, but it's clearly not Lee. So,
come on, what's it gonna be?
Socks.
Socks, you're saying socks. OK,
Socks.
in that case.
So I'm with David on this. These are all... Hearing initially each story, Lee's did seem, you know, possible to me because, again, like David said, Lee would fresh socks. I don't get the thought process behind it, but I don't think it has to have had one. But hearing all the proper stories, I believe the pool snooker guy more. But the reaction of Aubrey when Sarah was speaking and Claudia was calling him a stalker was also odd. So, I don't know. Long story short, I have no idea. They went with socks. I'm tempted to go with the chutney thing because of the stalker insinuations. But if I am to believe... I can believe somebody would keep a snail. I don't know. Frigid hell. Okay, Snail. I said it. I don't know. Snail.
Aubrey, would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Aubrey, and Lee and I
Damn it!
fried our housemate socks.
Damn it! The only one that seemed possible was possible.
Yes, Aubrey is Lee's sock-sizzling sidekick, and proof is found in this. Those are the socks. And who is that ever so camp, glamorous young man holding them up? Thank you very much, Aubrey.
Wow. All right.